Hello, I'm going to be teaching you how to use a story chart to plan a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end today. We're going to be doing it out of order so that I find that it just sparks a little bit more creativity if we start in the middle and then work on the end and then move to the beginning. Follow with me. So in order to make a story chart, you can usually just begin by making a simple little chart that looks kind of like this, that has a beginning, a middle, and an end portion to it. And that's easy for us to follow along. We're going to start with the middle big idea. What is it going to be? In our class, we are going to be doing Christmas perspective stories. And so we've been reading and hearing a little bit about the Christmas story. And one of the cool events that stick out in my mind is when the angels appear to the shepherds. But I'm not going to focus on the shepherds. I'm actually going to focus on the sheep. And so the perspective of the sheep is going to be them seeing, hearing, feeling, maybe even smelling the angels as they appear to the shepherds to give the good news of Jesus's birth. And so for the middle part, the big idea is going to be sheep sees the angels appear. That's it. I want to do very, very simple sentence to talk about it so that I can explore that more later on when I start asking some questions over in this section, but that's not what we need to focus on right now. The big idea is get the big idea down, and then what are we going to do for the ending? The ending, I think I'm going to have the sheep visits Jesus, because I know the shepherds are going to end up going into town and are going to go see Jesus in the manger, and wouldn't that be cool if we had sheep's perspective of this as well? Sorry for the camera. I'm got it precariously balanced right now. And so I've got the middle part, sheep sees the angels appear, ending, sheep visit Jesus, and the beginning is just going to be, doesn't have to be exciting, it's going to be sheep is eating grass. That's it. And that's going to be the beginning, the middle, and the end, and I could draw a comic strip about this already, and that would be enough. But what we are going to do as readers, or as authors, is we are now going to ask questions that a reader might have if they saw each of these as a chapter heading in a table of contents. Starting over here, the sheep sees the angels appear. I think the question is, what does the sheep hear? I already have a bunch of author answers to that, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to let it sit for a little bit so that my ideas will be more creative. Second question that I might have is, what does the sheep see? Having these bunch of angels appear in the sky might be freaking the sheep out, but maybe they'll also be watching to see what are the shepherds doing. Third question, what does the sheep feel? That's a good question. The author in me wants to talk right away about, are they scared, or does the ground shake, or something like that? But again, I'm not focusing on answering those questions. I want to have just the ending, or sorry, just the rough outline of what I'm going to be writing about later on. Over here, the sheep visits Jesus. Well, I think the first question would be, where is Jesus? The second question would be, how does the sheep find Jesus? He's not sitting in a field somewhere, right? How does he get to the manger? Number 3, I don't know, I want to do something where he's interacting with Jesus. So probably a question like, what does Jesus smell like? I might even add another question to that, and just does Jesus notice the sheep? I want to have at least three questions. 4 doesn't matter. I could have 5 if I really wanted to. And then at the beginning, the sheep is eating grass. Well, simple questions that would go along with that would be like, what time is it? Is the sheep alone? And the writer in me already has a bunch of answers to these questions. And I can start to plan out my story. I can see how this is going. Third one, what does the sheep see? And if you're checking my questions, you're going to notice that a bunch of things keep popping up. Hear, see, feel, see, smell. Okay, these are all feelings or all senses that we all have, and those are easy ways for us to, I guess, take the perspective of the sheep in our instance when we are planning out our story. And this is all it takes in order to make a plan for my story. Thanks for watching. Now, the other way of making one of these charts is very similar, except it fits better onto your page. If I put this over here and I just take this paper and I fold it like this, this looks to be about the same size as your writer's notebook pages. And all I would do differently for this would be, if this is my top line, this is my pink line, I would just start here with B, and that would be my beginning, and I would write down sheep is eating grass. And then my questions would just go underneath, and I would number my questions. And this is what we kind of did in class the other day. So I'll finish this up and then show you what a finished list looks like here. And so what I've got here now is I've just moved this chart over to something that is a little bit easier to put onto the paper. You'll notice that I just spread my page out so that I've got it in thirds here. So beginning, middle, and end. I've left a little bit of space here so that if I want to add more questions later on, I totally can for more details. And that is it. Good luck.